The music I listen to, it has to groove.
Listen to Motown and James Brown and Otis Redding.
It's infectious, it's wonderful. Soul, R&B, funk. And if you cover those things, wow, you got an audience going.
It's not like some acquired taste. It's just music that makes you feel good.
It's almost a beacon of positivity in many different ways.
The origin story of Big Wave Dave. Well, I was in a local ska band called Kolkar Caboose with Alex Nordine, our trombone player.
Dave was playing trumpet. It was fun to play in that band, but it wasn't necessarily the kind of music I listened to a lot.
So we kind of had the idea that we'd like to start a soul band, kind of as a side thing.
My initial idea was that Big Wave Dave would play trumpet. So I said, hey, I really want to start this soul band. Do you want to play trumpet? He said, yeah, maybe. You know, I'd really like to sing, though. I was like, sing? Can you sing, Dave?
I had said that I had been singing in the shower and in my car for a number of years, and so I said, hey, I'd like to give singing a try in this group.
Never really heard him sing. I didn't know if he could, but, you know, he's a good buddy. It's like, all right, yeah, why don't we give it a shot, you know, or you could play trumpet.
I think they said, yeah, whatever, you can try it, and then go back to playing the horn.
You know, we got together and, you know, ran through a couple tunes, and you could sing.
You got a real thing coming, baby, now. My heart is pumping for you now. Got a real thing coming, baby, now.
When he's on stage, I mean, he's a monster up there, you know, and he's growling and he's hooting and he's hollering. And then people meet him afterwards and they expect this guy's just gonna be like in your face. And he's just the nicest, kindest,
genuine people you'll ever meet, and he's a sensitive soul, and you never want him to do business for you.
Played trumpet at UMD.
I played with trumpet player Rhodey in orchestra in college, and I went to high school with Wasman, so we've been playing together since high school band and college jazz band.
I went to school with most of them at UMD.
My dad was a band teacher, so we had all these instruments in the basement, and he kind of really encouraged me to kind of play a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I went to UMD. I was a jazz studies major.
My father was a drummer, and he was a rock and roll drummer. Go down there and mess around with this kid when I was a kid.
I was in the band program, but, you know, I never really learned how to read music because I had this thing called perfect pitch, which means, you know, if you play a note on a piano, I can tell you what it is without looking at it. It's kind of detrimental now that I didn't learn how to read it, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I learned how to play it.
Everyone's pretty proven as far as musically, most of them with formal training, so I guess coming from my background, it was, I wouldn't say intimidating because I already knew everybody, but it was a challenge for sure.
I would say you can't argue with experience and knowledge.
I love it, and I love, you know, I use my degree almost every day, which most people don't say. They can't say that, so they're the rest of everyone else.
I think the big advantage is like having that musical background. We kind of know what to expect kind of coming into a rehearsal.
It's kind of like a, you know, shorthand or code, you know. You can just kind of say things. You don't have to explain things as much.
You know, something needs to get fixed. You know, whether it's tempo or intonation or whatever it is, we know how we want to work on it to fix it.
It makes things a lot faster than trying to say, oh, I want to hear it, you know. So it's, yeah, it is. It does help a lot.
I know a lot of different guys in this band have taken a lot of different musical paths to get where we're at now. but I know that a big thing in the band is just our musical respect for each other. No one really dogs each other for maybe not knowing this or that, but everyone's pretty on the same page with stuff.